What is going on, guys? GregglesTV. Welcome to Ask Me Anything. This is the first one of 2019. I put out a post on my community page asking you guys for questions, so let's get into it. The first one comes from Tao. She is a tech YouTuber reviewer. Follow her if you don't already. She's actually been on my channel a few times in terms of giving some content for like her favorite phones of the year, things like that. So anyways, her question is, well, number one, top 3 YouTubers you would want to collaborate with. Let me answer that one first. No, she asked the question, but honestly, I'm dying to work with her. I would love to work with her. She lives in Canada, I'm in California. I've tried to, in terms of getting together at an event or something, but she's always busy, she can't attend the events. So I would love to work with Tao, no doubt about it. She is an amazing tech YouTuber, and she seems like a down-to-earth girl, really fun. And again, I would love to create a video with her. Also, Tech with Brett. I met him in Las Vegas. I've been watching his videos for a while. He's an awesome guy, super down to earth, easy to talk to, tons of energy, great videos. I would love to work with Tech with Brett. The other one would be, I don't know how well it would go, but maybe like Flossie Carter. He's just shooting down at a device and he kind of just talks about it, but I don't know. I guess I'd like to interview him or talk to him in that kind of way to create a video. As for her second questions, if you had to eat one meal over and over again for the rest of your life, what would it be? I love cheeseburgers. So as much as I'd probably end up getting sick of them, I would say cheeseburgers would be my meal for the rest of my life. And I'd probably die early, which maybe will happen regardless, but I don't know, that would be my meal, cheeseburgers for sure. Next comes up from Joshquinones, who I have made a video with, but he's been in one of my videos, so that's why I didn't choose him to be one of my collaborators, but I would definitely make more videos with him for sure. He asked, is that me in the reflection of your glasses? I put up a picture of me in some T-Mobile glasses, and I think it probably is, so I'll say yes. Jacob de la Cruz is asking, will there be an S10X variant outside of USA and Korea? Yes, most likely. I would be completely surprised and shocked if United States and Korea are the only places that get the S10X, which is going to be the 5G variant of the Galaxy S10. So I'm going to say yes, there will be more. I just don't know exactly where. I would assume Europe. I'm assuming you guys are getting 5G or have some form of it. I would assume China's gonna have, I just assume it's gonna be in a lot of other places. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Balthazar is saying, do you think the Note 10 will be only 5G, or do you think they'll have a 4G LTE version also like Note 10 and Note 10X 5G? That's a great question. I've been kind of thinking about that one, and I would kind of be surprised if they have a 5G variant and then LTE variant. So with that question, I'm gonna, maybe I'll be wrong, but I think they're just gonna have, you know, 1 or 2 phones, different sizes in terms of RAM and storage amounts, but I don't think they're gonna have an LTE and a 5G version. I think it'll just have 5G and LTE built right into it. Android Stud is going off topic a little bit in terms of tech. He's saying, what gel do you rock for that hair, baby boy? I actually use Layrite. I think it's pomade, and smells pretty good, holds the hair pretty good. So Layrite, Layrite, if you want to pick it up. It's like 15 bucks or something like that, and it lasts me, I don't know, it lasts me a while. A month or 2, 3 months maybe. Wilson Chabby says, what do you think will be the next craze for smartphone companies? This year is the kill notch year. Next year will be, I think next year will be 5G. I think 5G will be in tons of phones. Other than 5G, I think the next big thing would be the camera being hidden completely. I don't mean the camera coming out of the phone like it is in some other phones. I think it's gonna be all screen next year with the camera hidden underneath the screen so you can't see it. Right now, a lot of phones have it as just like a dot. Some have it as a notch. So I think that would be the next thing, is just a hidden front-facing camera. Kevin Seymour says, when will the live shows come back? He's basically saying he's getting bored with the content lately. That was not a poke at your channel, just saying how I feel. I don't know if he's getting bored of everybody's content or my content, but live shows, I've said it in the past. I guess I can do them. I'll lay it out like this, guys. What day of the week would you guys like to see a live show? Let me know in the comments. And also, what time? And tell me, if you tell me a time, make sure you tell me the time zone you're in. Because for me, to make a live show, I would probably have to start it at about between 7 and 8 p.m. Pacific. And at that point, you're thinking, East Coast, it's already 11 p.m. at that point. For European people, you're gonna count 9 hours after that. So it's like, what, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., something like that. And then everywhere else in the world, it's whatever else time. So there's not a really perfect time. For me, it would probably be best to do a live show at 4 or 5 p.m. But I can't really do that because I have my son, I'm watching my son, and I can't make a live show with him. He's at the point where he's grabbing everything and just all over the place. So let me know in the comments down below if you're fine with me and you would actually call into the show and you would be a part of the show if I do a live show starting at 7 or 8 p.m. Pacific. Phil Davis is asking, how many subscribers do you need to get your first paycheck? And does Google contact you with all the rules and guidelines for being a creator? How does that work? I believe you need 1,000 subscribers. I know it's online somewhere. Just look it up. Just Google whatever, YouTube subscriber. It's 1,000 subscribers, and I think you need like, I don't know, 12,000 viewing hours on your channel, something like that. They changed it. When I first started, it was basically the day you signed up, you could start earning money. So yeah, something like that. And then they'll reach out to you once you get past that 1,000 subscriber guideline. Phil Davis is asking again, do you have to set a timer the night before videos post in the morning, or do you wake up and post it yourself? So I don't wake up and post it myself generally. I have videos, at least my morning videos are kind of spaced out. So you can time those videos, you can schedule them is what it's called. So I just schedule them for 5:30 in the morning every single morning. And I usually have a few videos in the backlog just in case I feel sick or don't feel like making a video that morning. But the news videos are usually 99% of the time recorded that day I release them, and I schedule those out usually, or right when I record it and edit it, I'll post it because it's a little bit later in the day. It just depends when I record that news video. Simple Sandman, is the Note 10 going to be as excessively expensive as the S10 top tier variant? It has to be. Why would they come out with the S10 lines and then come out with the Note 10? It's usually a more premium phone than the S10 and be cheaper. It wouldn't make sense. So I would guess that we're probably gonna get Note 10. You probably get a really cheap Note 10 that's probably $1,000, $1,100, $1,200, and then they'll probably have the best version being, I would assume this year, probably in the $1,500 to $1,700 range. Maybe they'll come out with 3 notes. I really don't know, but I would assume the Note is, I would have to guess anyway, that the Note 10 is gonna be just as expensive or more expensive than the highest version of the Galaxy S10, which was supposed to be priced in the $1,500 to $1,800 range when that the best version comes out. Phil Davis is back again and he's asking, what new features do you think the Note 10 will have that the S10X doesn't, excluding the S Pen? I don't think it will have a lot of different features in terms of what you get with that phone. It hasn't really in the last couple of years. Maybe it had like a slightly better screen or maybe slightly louder speakers, things like that. And I think it's gonna be the same kind of thing. I don't think you're gonna get a huge redesign. I don't think you're gonna get a massive different amount of features. I think it's gonna be apples to apples for the most part. Intelitech Studios is asking, should I buy a Note 7 right now? Trick question, I already did. But in all seriousness, I'm probably going to get a Note 8 soon. Thanks for the case. And I don't know, oh, okay, I know who this is. And I was wondering what color should I get? I'm torn between black and blue. I wouldn't get the Note 9. And the reason I wouldn't get it, I know you're gonna get it, but the Note 9 is a better phone. I would get the Note 9. But if you're stuck on the Note 8, color, I don't even remember what the colors were, shoot. If they have purple, get purple. If they don't, get black. Phil Davis is saying, why is the One UI causing massive battery drain, screen on time? I think it's just because it's unoptimized software, the one I'm running. I'm still waiting to get a update. I haven't had an update in a while now, so I would assume it's just, it's not one specific thing. I'm getting approximately, let me see what I got actually. So screen on time is 3 hours and 13 minutes. Don't know if you can see that, but that's pretty good actually. So I wouldn't say it's massive battery drain. It just seems like it's just up and down like that. Sometimes I'll just be using my phone for a little bit and then the battery just drops a ton. But yeah, that's pretty good for me, 3 hours, 13 minutes. So I guess I'm not having terrible battery drain. Bruce Rodriguez, when can we expect the official One UI update for T-Mobile or on any US carrier? I would assume between now, I know this is pretty broad, between now and the next 2 weeks, that you would get it, 2 or 3 weeks. So hopefully you'll get it then. It could be longer because it's a carrier version, but I would expect it probably by about February 15th, no later than that. Ursuline Lewis, I also heard that the hole punch could be used for notifications as well. Do you think that that is true? With the camera, I guess you could if you could put a light in there. I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't heard that rumor, but it would be pretty cool. Faravar Karmandar, I have an S8. Should I buy a Note 9 or wait for the S10 with this price? If money isn't an object, wait for the S10. Obviously, it's going to be a better phone spec-wise overall, so get the S10. If money is an issue, get the Note 9. It's a great phone. Craig Ippolito says, okay, I'll bite, two-part. From when you started as a YouTube tech reviewer, did you see yourself where you are now or further along in success? Also, why don't you review more phones than you presently do? Xiaomi, Apple, LG, Oppo. I enjoy your review work and would like to see more devices added. So I will take the first question, obviously. Did I see myself where? No, I didn't. I thought that where I am now would be completely out of the question, but it's pretty crazy. 56,000 subscribers is a lot. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people have more than that. So I'm kind of surprised that I have it. I've never been, because YouTube is a social media thing in a way, and I've liked social media, but I've never been big in it in terms of like popularity. And so it's really cool to get this amount of people following me. So yeah, I'm completely shocked. As for reviewing more phones, it's really a cost thing, and it's a cost thing. So I have to, a lot of these companies, I still have to, these companies don't always send me phones all the time. I do have a phone review coming up that I'll be doing. It's on the new phone, which is a budget phone. It's I think it's the G3 version. And I'll be reviewing that. But other than that, in terms of getting some of those other phones, it's just a matter of either the company sending it to me or me actually just buying it and reviewing it. Okay, RP James is asking me, assuming about San Diego. I'm thinking about visiting. Where is the spot and where are the girls at? My friends in LA told me they are in the gas lamp district. Is this true? And is San Diego Zoo overrated? So I can't tell by your photo how old you are. If you're a young guy, you'll probably want to go to Pacific Beach. That's where a lot of beautiful women are. Gas lamp is downtown. You can definitely find beautiful people down there as well, and tons of stuff to do in both of those places. Pacific Beach is obviously, as its name, right near the beach, whereas Gas Lamp downtown. Hopefully that answers your question. And then you're asking about San Diego Zoo overrated. I think so, and plus I kind of feel bad for animals in the zoo anyway. So yeah, go one time, but I don't think after that, if you don't have kids or you're not bringing kids, I would say skip it. Next up we have Ursuline Lewis again. So I heard that the S10 will come with screen protections. Do you think that's going to happen? And have you heard that? I have heard that. Do I think it's going to happen? Well, I'm kind of iffy about it. I wouldn't be surprised, but I also would be surprised, especially because there's rumors out there that it won't work with screen protectors, and then some, I know Whitestone said theirs will work, so I'm gonna go with yes, it will be on there. Intelitech Studios, when did you first start following, using, loving Samsung phones, especially the Notes? I used Note phones, I don't know if I used the very first one, I can't remember. It was definitely at least the third or the fourth one, maybe even the second one. I really liked them, but what held me back is there was like lag on it still. It wasn't very smooth, especially versus an iPhone at that point. And then I really fell in love with them in terms of like using them as daily drivers, as Note 7, Note 8, Note 9 at that point. Gary Bremlett asks, I would like to hear anything you have on the Samsung Galaxy S Note 10. I don't really have anything right now, but obviously watch my channel on a daily basis. I release tons of Samsung news, so just stick with it. Wesley Lynette, do you have another job? If so, what do you do? Are you originally from California? I will answer the second question first. I'm not originally from California. I'm originally from Brockton, Massachusetts, City of Champions. You'll know Rocky Marciano. He's one of the undefeated boxers, heavyweight champions of all time. I believe he died in a plane crash in the 50s or the 60s. He was a boxer, I believe, in the 40s and the 50s. And then also Marvin Hagler. He was a big boxer in the 80s. That's probably what my city's best known for. But otherwise, yeah, and I kind of I don't miss Brockton. I do miss Massachusetts at times. I don't have another job. I did have a job about a year ago, and then I quit that to be a stay-at-home dad, and now I just do YouTube. So I earn my personal income all from YouTube. So if you want to help out the channel, buy t-shirts. We have t-shirts on, I have t-shirts on sale. They're listed down below. I have a Patreon, which helps support what I do. You can shop through my Amazon links. Anytime you're gonna buy through Amazon, shop through any of my Amazon links, click on it, and then buy whatever you want at that point. All that stuff helps support what I do and gives me a better chance at surviving and doing this forever for my whole life. All right, next up we have Pre-Bosh Paul, and he asked a bunch of questions towards the end here, so I'm gonna assume they're all about the Galaxy S10, so just be aware. Will fast charging be the same as the Galaxy S9 and Note 9? From what we've heard in rumors, yes, it will be the same. He also asked the S10 3 models phone will have 3.5mm headphone jack. Yes, they should. Intelitech Studios, have you ever repaired your own tech? Not from what I can remember. I don't know what you mean by repair, like if my computer broke or something, did I put in something different? Or I can't remember of a time I've actually repaired it. Troubleshoot it for sure. Pre-Bosh Paul, can Galaxy S10 be faster than the iPhone? Sure, yeah, it can. Why can't it? What colors are, Carl Gray asks, what colors are going to be in the S10 lineup? I'll put a graphic up and it should show the colors of what those phones will be. Will the S10 have louder stereo speakers? We don't know yet. Wouldn't be surprised if it did though. That's from Pre-Bosh Paul. Jay says, have you heard anything about the One UI? And haven't heard anything recently, but I would assume it's gonna be out in the next couple weeks. I've been saying that for a while now. It just seems like it's got pushed back a little bit in terms of, it has been released in some countries, like officially, but in America, officially it hasn't happened. Also the carriers, that's another issue. So you might fall into February or even March if that happens. Last question, Pre-Bosh Paul, will the S10 have an iris scanner or face scanner? Face scanning in terms of like face unlock, yeah, it should have that. Iris scanner, I believe it does not have that. So if you wanted that, you're not gonna get it. But anyways, guys, if you watched this video in its entirety, put a little animal emoji and let me know that you watched it. Also, don't forget to answer my main question about me going back to live shows where you guys can call in. What's the best time and day for me to go and start live shows? Leave your time zone. So if you're, or whatever country you're in. So if you say 5 p.m. Europe, make sure you put 5 p.m. whatever, Germany time, whatever you want to call it, so that I can figure out what time that is where I am, because like I said, you can't please everybody. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys. And thanks for everybody that submitted questions. I'll see you down the road.